Ooh, I applied way too much again. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're just saying me, hi, my name is SINDYAKPOLO. Good to have you here. You're most definitely welcome. Today I'm gonna be doing a makeup tutorial, and I'm gonna be doing this makeup because one, Christmas is around the corner. Christmas is in a few days time, and as we all know, Christmas is on Sunday or is on a Sunday, and a lot of us want to get glammed up for Christmas, either going to church or going visiting families and all. And I just thought to come up here to do a simple makeup tutorial for you guys, especially for those that are going to be wearing makeup or going to church or visiting family or having family and friends over and will need to look glammed or pretty for that day. And today's tutorial is just, I'm gonna be featuring a lot of drugstore products. So let's dive right in. So first off, I'm gonna start with a primer. I'm starting using the Maybelline Baby Skin primer. Like I can constantly say in my videos, oh, I'm almost out of this video. I'm almost out of this primer. Like I constantly say in my videos, regardless of your skin, you want to make sure that your skin underneath your makeup is well primed, well prepped and primed. Especially for oily skin, you want to make sure that you're using mattifying primer, and for dry skin you're using a hydrating primer that is going to keep your makeup to last for a long time and preventing your makeup not to penetrate into your pores, especially if you have large pores, to cause any skin irritation whatsoever. And for foundation, I'm going to be using the ZKL foundation. This is a Nigerian brand, and this is quite affordable, and you can get this here in Nigeria. I don't know if ZKL distributes or ships outside of Nigeria, but this product, this one, ZKL is an amazing brand. I mean, I love what they've come. Whoa, what the, this is a lot. This is actually a lot. So I'm going to work this on my skin from the outer part of my face using a stippling brush and or a foundation brush. And guys, you can always use a beauty sponge when applying your foundation, depending on preference or however you prefer. Okay guys, so this is about it. I'm just working the foundation all over on the rest of my face, and with the leftover product on my foundation brush, I'm going to place that in the inner perimeters of my face, or in the inner perimeter of my face, and also on my nose area. If you're a full coverage lover, you can always go back to build up your foundation, but I'm good with this coverage. I'm just working to blend everything out so I get a good amount of coverage on my face. I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven, I've done my best and my worst. I'm good with this, and what I love to do is I love to do the one layer. Yeah, I think it's the one layer challenge or something. I love to do the one layer, so I'm gonna be going in with two different concealers, one for highlight and the other for contour. Place the highlight in the areas of my face where I would usually highlight. This is quite really light on my face, but I love having the brightened under eye. No matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back up, never worry, 'cause I got. That's about it for the concealer, for the highlight. And moving on to the contour, I'm going to apply this on my forehead area, the sides of my face where I would usually contour. My nose. And moving on to blush, I'm gonna take this, mix these two together for my blush. So I'm practically applying everything all at once before going over to blend. Okay, so now that I applied my blush over my contour over here, I'm going to skip that because usually I would want to place my blush on my forehead area, but I'm going to be skipping that for now. So strong, it goes on and on. There's something going on inside of me. So this is what we're currently looking like. So I'm gonna start blending everything together. So usually with the one layer, people start with blending from the light before proceeding or moving over to the darker shade. But for me, I love letting my concealer or allowing my concealer to sit in so it gets tacky. So I'm going to start with blending my contour, starting with my forehead area, and I'm pushing it to my hairline. I feel it growing stronger every beat. I never just believe in what I see, 'cause I can... Proceeding to the hollows of my face, and when blending my contour, I always push it up to lift my face or to give my face some kind of lifting or structure. Do this as well. Moving on, I'm going to start with blending my highlight, and I'm going to press or push in using a damp beauty sponge to blend my forehead area first before moving on to my under eye area. And this is just going to give me a bit of coverage in this area or on this area. And proceeding to my under eye area, I'm blending before spreading it out. Move on to blend the other side of my under eye area. So with this application, you don't have to apply a lot of products. You just know the amount of product that is good for, that is able or required to cover or give you the coverage that you need, and apply that on your face and go about to blend. Alright guys, so I went ahead to blend my nose contour, and it is left with the blush. So I'm going to blend my blush using the same sponge, the same brush I used in applying my blush. So I'm just pressing and tapping that into my skin and concentrating only on the areas, or only in the areas that I applied my contour, my blush. So with this, we still stand by not bringing the blush all the way to your textured area, especially if you have textured skin or large pores, so it doesn't enhance your texture or your large pore areas. Even farther, 'cause I got a million reasons to keep holding on. Yeah. So after blending my blush, this is what we're currently looking like. I'm going to go in with my foundation brush to blend everything, to take off the harsh lines. So now guys, you can see the difference that just made on our face. On here you can see the subtle difference on how everything just looks all blended in together. I'm going to go ahead to blend the rest of my face as well. So I love this, and because I don't want to take off the highlighted concealer, I'm going to go back in with my beauty sponge to blend everything again. Alright guys, so this is what we're currently looking like. So I'm satisfied with this coverage, with the coverage so far, but if you're not, you can go over to build up your under eye area to make it more highlighted. But for me, I'm good with this coverage, so I'm going to proceed to setting my concealer. To set my under eye area, I'm going to be using this powder from Black Opal. This is their finishing powder, and I'm going to tap using a brush, dust off the excess. And I don't omit this step. I always go back in with my beauty sponge to take out the crease lines or the creases. And I'm lightly pressing that in. Do the same on the other side of my eye, on my under eye. Lightly does that or press that. Ooh, I got a lot of powder, but I'm going to press that into my skin to set my under eye. With this, you want to be careful. You want to make sure that you don't apply a lot of powder especially when setting, or if you're doing the step of baking before setting, then that's okay. But if you're going for a natural look, then you want to make sure that you use a light amount when setting your under eye area. And I think for now, for this coverage, I'm good with this coverage, so I'm going to set the rest of my face, or set the other sides of my face. I'm going to tap this here and on my nose and on my chin area, and also on my smile lines, because it's Christmas, so you're going to be smiling a lot, and you want to make sure that you don't have lots of smile lines on your makeup. You want to make sure that you set your smile lines area so it doesn't separate or wear out on time. Moving on, I'm going to set my contour area, and I'm going to use this palette that, guys, you know, I love using, so I'm going to use the darkest shade to set my contour. At this stage, or in this stage, you can decide to use a bronzer to warm up your face, or to add a bit of warmth to your face, to the hollows of my face, because these are the areas where I want to create like structure and shadow. And to set my blush, I'm also going to be using the Zickel blush powder palette, and I'm going to be mixing these two blush shades together. Tap off the excess. Okay, so I'm good with this, so I'm going to go in with the all over powder to set the rest of my face where I did not apply any form of concealer, because that the product that I applied, or the cream products that I applied, does not move. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with a powder shade from this palette that I created. So these are all dark shades, so I love using dark shades to set the other sides of my face, or to set where my jawline is, or to set my jawline area, because I don't want the makeup or the powder to be a bit too much in that area. So I'm gonna be mixing this together with this to set that area. With this, it does not look like there is too much product or too much is going on in that area. I'm just blending it all the way down to my neck. Repeat the same on this other side of my face. So with this, it's always good to go in with a powder that is your exact same shade, or you go in with a powder that is slightly darker than your skin shade, slightly darker than your skin tone, so this part of your face does not appear too light or lighter than your entire face, if that makes sense. Set my forehead area as well. So you guys can just see the transition. This just made like the transition effect, and I love this. Moving on to setting my under eye area, I'm gonna also use this powder palette from LA Girl, and I'm gonna be mixing these two shades together. Actually, I heat pan on this one. I need to restock this because this powder is really good. I mean, I love the powder shades I got from this. So I'm going to use this to blend this area of my face, my under eye area, to blend between my under eye and the blush. I always apply too much product on this side of my face. What's going on? So this is what we're currently looking like, and I'm loving this. And for brows, I'm going to be using the black opal brow pencil in Coffee Bean. I'm going to brush up my brow hair to fill in the sparse area. For my eyeshadow primer, I'm going to be using the Focalor concealer. This is a creamy concealer in medium honey. This is full coverage actually. Ooh, I think I applied a lot too. Why am I always applying too many products? Now what is going on? To bake my under eye, to cash out the fallout, I'm gonna be using the Focalo setting powder in Coraline. Guys, I talked about this powder, this setting powder, and guys, this powder is I've not tried using it to set my under eye, but I'm gonna give it a try to see how it wears on my under eye. But I love it for baking. Also set my forehead, because we tend to produce oil in that area as well. Oh yeah, my smile lines. Because I love this powder so much in terms of baking, I love to use it in the areas where I tend to produce oil and makeup tend to separate. Okay, so for eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using the Mood Beauty Pro 1 palette, and I'm going to be using this. I'm going to be using this to set my crease. So for my outer V area, I'm going to go in with another palette from the Focalo Beauty. This is the Endless Possibilities palette, and I'm going to be using this one, I think, in Choco Fist. So I'm taking this really dark brown shade right here. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just creating like a wing thing here, connecting it to the shade we applied on our crease. I want everything to blend in together, so I'm going to go in with my transition shade and blend everything in here. And guys, you can see the difference. You can see the difference that I just made over here and here. I'm going to be using this shade right here. This, yeah, I'm just lightly dusting or tapping that on my lid space. So I love this. I love this. Like, this is giving the theme of Christmas. So next, I'm going to go back in with the brush I use for my outer V and dust the shimmer shade off there, because I don't want the shimmer shade to be on the matte shade we applied. And do the same here, dust it in or sweep it in. To create like a transition between the shimmer shade and the matte shade, I'm going to add this, stamp that and stamp that here. So okay, it did. Whoa, I love the shade. It gives more like a transition over there. You can see my under eye, you can see the fallouts we have. So I'm gonna dust that off. The powder I used to set my under eye previously, that too. Dust off, dust off. Okay. Guys, because I used a silver toned kind of eyeshadow, or because we went for the silver vibe, I'm gonna be using a blue liner to line my waterline area. You can also use a black liner according to your preference. I'm going to use a darker shade for my waterline area just to blend the blue. But you don't know I'm stalling, 'cause you love to have more crying. Going over with the liner, the black liner. Apply my mascara to coat my lashes. But I'm from a city that's high school. I give them this anymore. I go. 'Cause you a bad money, she don't love money. She break grass real fast like I have a pair of lashes that I'm gonna be fixing. So my friend Sarah was kind enough to get me some cute pair of lashes, and for this look I'm gonna be using this style in Snazzy, this wispy style in Snazzy. So yes, thank you so much, Sarah. This was actually really thoughtful to think of getting me a pair of eyelashes. Like, thank you so much. It was really thoughtful indeed, thoughtful of you. I love it. For highlight, I'm gonna go back in with this palette, the Tehila's Cosmetics, and I'm gonna be mixing these two shades together. Is the highlight over here. For my under eye area, I'm gonna be using the Nuban Beauty mineralized finishing powder or mineral finishing powder. Guys, I've been lazy to fix this powder since it got broken, so guys, pardon me. I'll try to find some time to fix this. So I'm going to lightly dust this. For my lips, I went on ahead to line my lip. Off camera, guys, I have a detailed tutorial on how to apply your lipstick and how to line your lips, so I'm gonna leave that up in the cards if you've not seen that already. Or for my lip today, I'm gonna be using this lip glaze from Zickel in collaboration with Brega. This is in the shade Boost, and I love this shade of glaze, or I love this lip glaze because this is just giving Christmas vibe, giving Christmassy, and I love it. It's just so beautiful. And this lip glaze is yummy, guys. Tastes like chocolate red velvets, you know, like a mix of that. So yummy. I feel like eating it. I love it. My secrets, honestly. Can you keep it real? 'Cause honestly, I can tell you. Next, I'm gonna go in with the blotting powder. And guys, if you know, we don't skip blotting powder over here and Christmas, and especially on Christmas, you guys are gonna be doing a lot of activities, so you need your makeup to last all day or last for a long period of time, and you need to blot. So we're not going to be skipping this. I'm going to be applying the blotting powder in the areas of my face where I tend to produce all the most. So guys, here is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I paired it with a cute red lip gloss. You can also pair it with a nude lip gloss or a nude lipstick, however you like or however you prefer. I see myself wearing this look for Christmas Day and for the holidays. And guys, if you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also leave your video suggestions in the comment section down below as well. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, do well to hit the subscribe button down below, turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss out on my future uploads, and also give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and have yourself a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday celebration. Bye bye.